There really is a fine line between having too much fun out on the water and just going out there and having a good time and enjoying yourself on the water. And today we're going to explore those blurred lines. Welcome back, crew, to this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. Today we're going to try and do it a little interactive. As we roll through these video clips, let me know in the comments below whether you believe these people had too much fun out on the water or whether they're just out there having a good time. And speaking of being interactive, go ahead and hit the like button now. And if you haven't, go ahead and hit the subscribe button already also, because as you know, if you don't hit that subscribe button, we're coming to steal your drain plug. Now this crew, I'm gonna guess, has had a little too much fun out there on the water today. My man's had this engine rolling for a few minutes out of the water and nobody's even paid one bit of attention to it. Now our next clip that we're going to look at happened over in Europe just a little over a week ago. Now what do you think? Did this captain have a little too much fun out there on the water, or were they just trying to have a good time? Here we're going to see a cargo vessel that was traversing the river and wound up hitting one of the lock doors, causing well over $1 million worth of damage to the lock. We're going to go in depth on this one in Boating News of the Week coming up on Wednesday, but let me know in the comments, what do you think? Was the captain out there having a good time, or did somebody have a little more fun on the water than they should and it ended up in this situation? Now in this situation, our girl's coming into work, so I've got to imagine she didn't have fun before she got here, and I got to imagine she's not going to have fun after, so I'm guessing she was just having a little bit of fun out there on the water. And of course, nobody knows how to have fun out there on the water like the old blow boys. They love getting out there and enjoying their day, but this crew, what do you think? Was Captain just not paying attention while he was enjoying himself, or was Captain having a little too much fun on the water? This one, I think, probably is going to fall in that having a good time on the water gone wrong. Now, fortunately in this situation, nobody on the boat was injured, but as we can see from these images, the boat itself wasn't quite that lucky. Now, of course, the old crane operators are notorious for having a good time. What do you think? Did this crane operator have a little too much fun before he showed up to work? Or did things just go wrong? And this one's almost unbelievable. The trailer's way back here. The boat is a couple hundred yards off in the distance. I mean, this one's got "Hold my drink and watch this" written all over it. Well, I'm guessing my person hasn't had a little too much fun out on the water yet. I'm guessing this situation is led to because of having too much fun on the water at some other point in time. And our guy here makes the most traditional party foul and even drops his drink. Speaking of that "hold my drink and watch this" moment, while I'm believing these boys probably aren't partaking in any of that at this point in time, I'm betting that statement was said at some point during the making of this boat. So taking our shoes off so we don't make a whole lot of noise when we try and get off the boat, I'm wondering if she's trying to sneak away, but it looks like she's epically failed here. What do you think? Having fun on the water or had a little too much fun on the water? And here this one might be a little obvious. The old tinny boys out there doing tinny boy things. I mean, they're probably just out there having a good time. That's what these guys are known for. Now, having fun in the water isn't just for the power boaters. Everybody wants to get involved in the action, including the old paddleboarders and kayakers. They get out there and enjoy it with the best of them as well. And of course, nobody has a better time out there on the water than those old charter boys. But of course, sometimes the captain's got to stop the fun. Sounds like this one falls into the "had too much fun on the water" category.
Been here before.
Speaking of blurred lines on having too much fun on the water or just having a good time, well, when you go ahead and get some redneck stuff like this out there on the water, you know both are probably occurring. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening on your waterways, be sure to hit us up on Facebook or Instagram and let us know when you might see your stories over here. Just like Adam Coolidge, Alice Snook, B. Hamp, Carrie Cries, David Michi, Jay Hathaway, Sava Truman, Smart Skills 89, Super Soaker Register, and Troy Leach did this week. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.